Hello. Hi. Hi. Oh, oh, I dropped something. There. I'm not sure. Well, okay. Okay, so this is Mary. Hopefully you can actually see her. She's very sweet. She's very sweet and very special. She actually looks like she hasn't been. I don't see any fresh blood in here, which is, I think, a good thing. She's had quite an interesting couple of days, and you can see how sweet she is. Oh, she's so sweet. She just loves being with people. She's so sweet. So she, for anyone who doesn't know the story, she showed up yesterday on Christmas Eve at Tiny Kittens HQ and was walking around the house looking in windows, meowing at the door, and Gwen was here and heard her meowing and let her in and just was going to check and see if she had a tattoo or any owner information in case she had gotten lost, and then noticed that she was bleeding quite heavily. And so then we thought we better take her to the emergency vet right away. Oh, aren't you just the sweetest? You're just so sweet. So sweet, aren't you? Oh, man. Oh, you do need your nails trimmed though. I'm not doing much to her because she's got enough going on, don't you? Oh, are you gonna show me your teeth? Everyone's wondering how old you are. I would say she's at least 2. She's very beautiful. So Gwen rushed her to the emergency vet, stayed about 3 hours there while they got the vet to look at her and ran some tests, and they did x-rays and an ultrasound, and then they needed to get a specialist to take a look at the ultrasound and the x-rays because sometimes it's hard to see on an x-ray if they've had a meal and she was a little gassy, so it's hard to see what was going on. And then in the wee hours of the morning, I guess whoever they found to read the x-rays or the ultrasound saw or heard a little tiny heartbeat. And so that was one of the things we suspected when we brought her in, that she was in early pregnancy and miscarrying. And so that seems like what has been going on. And it's been happening for, I would say, at least 2 weeks, because this afternoon, once we got her back, the bleeding had kind of gotten a little bit better, and then Luana came over to do snuggles and stopped in here first, and she started bleeding again and just crawled right into Luana's lap and started pushing. And so she delivered 3 very tiny little early pregnancy kittens that were weeks from being viable and had not been developing at all. So basically it was just, about this big little, hi there, hi, little bits of hi. And Luana, of course, is a super champ, so she just held her and petted her and loved her the whole time. And it was actually pretty it was not difficult at all for her. She just kind of pushed and they came right out. They're quite small, and so it was not distressing to Mary at all. I think it was just her body was doing something, but she was so excited to have a lap and to have someone loving her that that was really, she was just in Luana's lap, loving every minute of it. So very grateful for Luana for being here and then for sticking it out when all the weird things started to happen, and just for being, so she didn't have to be alone. And we don't know, it's too early to tell if that was, if that included our little heartbeat, or if she was just expelling the ones that had already passed, and our little heartbeat might still be in there. So we don't know. The good news is that she's obviously very bright. She's eating a ton. So she's a little gassy, which is okay. We knew that from the x-rays. So we just will have to wait and see, and we won't know for sure until we get another ultrasound, or if she starts having contractions again. But she's been quiet since she had the 3 come out, and that happened pretty quickly. All 3 kind of one after the other, and they were quite small. So it's actually really good that if they were no longer developing or alive, they could have caused very serious infection. And so it's actually good that they have come out. We have no way of knowing if that's it, or if there are others in there that didn't survive. We just don't know. So it is very possible for a mama cat to miscarry with some and retain 1 or 2 that are still viable. That has happened before. So it's possible, but it's the emergency vet was not at all optimistic about the baby. They just thought, our priority should be make sure mom is healthy and not bleeding a lot, and keep her quiet and calm, and give her good food. And she's already been treated for fleas, and I'm going to treat her for tapeworms with something that is safe for pregnant cats, just in case. So we are proceeding as if she may still be pregnant, just giving her things that are only very safe, and trying to keep her quiet and low stress and happy and well fed. And so her she did not smell like French fries. No, that was just Noelle. So anyway, that's kind of the latest. This is sort of unfamiliar territory for us here, and I think probably for regular vets don't deal with a lot of pregnancy issues, and ER vets I don't think do either. So there's not as much information about cat pregnancy as there is about dog pregnancy. But what little information we do have is that if, for example, she was malnourished, which she is malnourished, and her body biologically is designed to reproduce as much as possible. And so sometimes if their body isn't able to provide adequate nutrition, or if something is wrong with the babies, they will spontaneously abort the babies so that they can start over sooner with a new litter that might have a better chance of surviving. So it is possible that that's what she was in the process of doing. It may or may not be too late for the one that was still going in there. We don't know. We won't know. But we are going to try to give her every possible advantage And if not, no matter what happens, she's never going to have to go through this again. And she's going to find a wonderful home. And she's just, as the Wana would say, a treasure. She's so sweet and she's so purry. She's definitely not a feral cat. Someone did love her at one point. However, her body condition and she has pretty gunky ears, and which I will clean out when I deworm her again. Her body condition suggests that this is not something that happened recently, that she's probably been on the streets for a while. I don't know how she ended up here. But the neighbors saw her a couple of days ago and hadn't ever seen her before that. So who knows how she ended up here? It's a Christmas mystery. But she is in good hands now. She is. I should get you some Provender and some Q-tips so we can do your ears again. They did your ears already, but they need to be done again. Don't they? Aren't you just so sweet? Just so sweet. So the best thing for her now, really the only thing we can do is treat parasites. So deworm her so that the worms aren't robbing her body of nutrition. Her fleas we've already given Revolution, so the fleas are gone. Ear mites should be dealt with. It's just a matter of cleaning a few more times, hopefully. And then treating for tapeworms, and then good nutrition and low stress. That's really all we can do for her. And if she does start to bleed catastrophically, or if she goes into distress in any way, then we will have to take her right in for surgery. They will do an emergency spay, and because the little one they saw is so little, it's too early at this point for him to survive. So I think we probably have at least 20 days to go if he's still in there, and so I don't know if it's too late to turn things around or if maybe we got her just in the nick of time. I don't know. So she's very enthusiastic about her food though, which is good. So she's getting some really good nutrition. And I have been observing her. I do have a camera set up just so that I can make sure that she's not stressed in here. I don't want her to be pacing or scratching at the window or anything like that. And so far she's been just resting and very comfortable. So that's encouraging. So we'll see. Our little Christmas Merry Christmas. The inn was full, but we made room. We did. So I'm going to go get some Profender to treat her, to treat tapeworms. And I'm going to get some Q-tips to clean out her ears if she'll let me. I'm trying to do as little as possible just so that, because I don't want to stress her out or anything like that. But she's so sweet. Here's a little cow for you. Do you want this little cow? You can have a little cow friend. That's nice. That's nice. Okay, I'll be right back. Oh. So sweet. All right. Okay, so Profender is a dewormer that will kill tapeworms that is safe for pregnant cats. And it's important to control parasites. That will increase her odds. Hi, sweet pie. And it just goes on back here. She did not appreciate it at the time. That we're home trying to get it off. Good girl. So Luana and Gwen were instrumental in all of this. Gwen spent several hours yesterday with her at the emergency vet and then picked her up this morning. And Luana was with her, offered her lap as nest. She's mad at me because I put that Profender on. The Profender doesn't hurt, but it feels a little bit cool because it is alcohol based. She's not quite sure how she feels about it, but it will help with the tapeworms if she has them. So, hi, sweetie pie. You're so beautiful. Oh, are you sleepy? So what I'll be monitoring her very closely, and if just making sure that her color is good, just seeing how much, if the bleeding starts again, you know, what happens there. But it is somewhat encouraging that there isn't any fresh blood since Luana left. And she's not actively bleeding right now, so it would be great if it stayed this way. She wasn't bleeding when she came home today, so I don't know if it's something, I expect it's something that will come and go, unless it was just related to expelling the 3 that had previously passed. Where are you going? She's very tall, especially compared to the downstairs kittens. Come see me. Oh, she's so beautiful. Hi. Aren't you so beautiful? Oh, you're so beautiful. What do you think about having your ears cleaned? What do you think about that? We don't have to do it, but it might feel good. They're probably pretty itchy. They're probably pretty itchy. Are you so sweet? So there's no blood coming out now. So we will just have to wait and see what happens. There are lots of reasons she could miscarry: disease, or trauma, or genetics. All of those things could cause miscarriage. Malnutrition. So aren't you just so sweet? And she's so sweet. Oh my goodness, so sweet. Don't tip over. Yes, you just need to rest, and we'll see if we can. Does it come over here? Does it come over here? Oh. Do you hear her purring? She's very sweet. And it's nice that she likes to lay on the pee pads because she has left quite a little trail. Hi, I know. The blood, they did blood work at the emergency vet. They did last night, and then they repeated in the morning to make sure that her results weren't going down, and they looked good. So, and you can see she's active and bright, and she's certainly not suffering. I don't know, do we know each other well enough to do ear cleaning? Or is that not going to be cool? Because I'm not going to do it if it's going to stress you out. But you know that you would feel so much better if you didn't have that gunk in there. Okay, I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to do it. We can be friends. We'll be friends. I'm not going to do it. I will sneak up on you and get your ears cleaned one of these days, though. You mark my words. Yes, you mark my words. Oh, you're so sweet. You're very sweet. This was a terrible time of year for you to try to have babies. It was. I know it's probably not your fault. Yes. So I thought you guys might like to see her in person and see that she is doing okay despite everything she's been through. Yes, and she will be needing a wonderful home. So if anyone is falling in love with her right now, depending on what happens, she may be available soon, or she may be available in a couple of months. Hard to say, but she's very, very sweet. She's very sweet. She might have a little bit of an underbite. Aren't you just so sweet? So hopefully, no more contractions, and we will just see. We'll find out. We'll probably, depending on how things go, we will probably go for an ultrasound in a couple of days at Mountain View. And we'll just take it from there. So thank you to everyone who has donated for her. We were able to cover the entire emergency room bill, which, admitting her overnight and doing all the x-rays and the ultrasounds and getting a specialist, all that is quite expensive at the emergency vet and on a holiday. So I really appreciate that we sort of took a leap of faith rushing her over there and not 100% knowing that we would be able to get the funds, and you guys were like immediately responded, and it was really awesome. So thank you for that. It makes it so much easier to make that decision. Not that there really was a decision to make, but to be able to do stuff knowing that you guys have our backs. And so she did get very good care last night, and we will just keep hoping for the best. And regardless of what happens, she is very happy. She's had 2 cans of food, just about 2 whole cans of food since she got back, or possibly 3. I don't remember if I brought 2 cans or 3 cans in after I gave her first one, and Gwen gave her one. So she's had at least 2 cans of food, and quite a bit of kibble too. So she's getting really good nutrition, specifically formulated for mama cats. So all of the nutritional deficits she's had up till now are being corrected as we speak. And now we just have to wait and see. But it's pretty neat that it's pretty neat. You know how we say all the time that it takes a village, and she's no exception, because if Gwen hadn't been here and hadn't been able to take her to the emergency room, and then because we still have 8 downstairs that need quite a bit of care, and then Cassidy, and so we have our snugglers who have been coming in and helping, and Luana came in today. Even having people that come in on Christmas and Christmas Eve is pretty spectacular. So having the money and the volunteers and the space to bring in cats and set up a really nice low stress environment, and to keep her separated from the ringworm area is really important. So we're very blessed to have such a great community and so much help, so that we can do this sort of thing, so that when when Mary shows up on our doorstep on Christmas Eve, we can take her in and help her. Hello. I am very far behind on all sorts of other things because I've been very focused on the casserole, and then all of this stuff happened. So I'm perpetually behind, but extra behind in the list a little bit. Yes. Extra behind. Like always. Oh. She says, excuse me. Excuse me, that was not part of the deal. Oh no, we don't like that. Okay. I thought maybe I could sneak it in. Not like the pharaohs love it. The pharaohs love ear cleaning time. They do, they love it. What about if we do a little itchy? Does that help? She says, no. Seriously, leave my ears alone. Just pet me. All right, I will just pet you. Oh, so tomorrow, I'm not sure who is on the snuggle schedule for tomorrow. So we shall see. Hi, sweetie pie. But we're adding Miss Mary to the rotation, so hi. You're so sweet. You're so sweet, aren't you? So sweet. Did you have so much fun today with Miss Gwen, and then you had so much fun with Miss Luana? You did. She made it as fun as it could possibly be to do what you did. She did. She's very good at giving snuggles. Very good at it. Expert snuggles. Yes. But I'm quite happy that she's not continuing to bleed. I think that's good. Even if she's done and everybody's out, at least she can start to heal now. And we will get her spayed once we are certain that there's no one left in there. So we'll just give her a couple days with some monitoring, let her settle, let her eat good food, not be stressed out by having to go places, and then we'll see what we have going on in there. Yes, we will. We'll just see what's going on, and then we'll just go from there. Yeah, but you don't have to worry about anything now. You've got very beautiful ears. Beautiful ears. So the inn is full. The inn was full, and then you showed up, and now the inn is extra full. It's very, very full. Oh, so sweet. So I hope all of you had or are having wonderful Christmases and holidays. If you don't celebrate the Christmas or whatever you celebrate. Oh, good girl. So I will switch you back over to the romper room. I just wanted you to get a little time with Mary so that no one is worrying that she's struggling at all. She's doing quite well considering. I think the hard part has been the last probably couple of weeks for her, and now things are clearly much better. She's quite happy to be here. So hopefully for her the hard part is over. And whatever comes next, we will handle, and she will get the best possible care, and when the time is right, the best possible home where you get snuggles all the time. It would be so great. It would be so wondrous for you. So cute. So yes, I do have a bird TV to put in here with her. I wanted to observe her first though and see how she was doing because we do want her quiet and resting and not necessarily stimulated. And she's actually been doing really well. So I think for now, quiet and rest are what the doctor ordered, and snuggles, and then we'll see how she does if she starts to feel better. If she gets bored. Yes, you're very sweet. But so far, she seems to be doing really well. So, yeah, so to recap, we don't know yet if she still has one in there or if one of the ones she passed today was the one that still had a heartbeat as of this morning. We don't know, and we won't know probably for a couple of days. So, but at least for now, she's not bleeding. She's not having contractions. So that is good. We don't really know what it means, but time will certainly tell. And there's nothing we could be doing if we knew there was a baby in there or not. There's nothing we would do differently. We're doing everything we can do, and so there's no need to do anything that might be stressful in order to find out. So I think rest and low stress and good food and lots of snuggles are really the best possible thing we can do for her, regardless of whether we still have a little one inside. So there you go. So I will post this below in case anyone is just tuning in and wants to look at it, and then so I will post it, and then we will switch back to the romper room. Alrighty. He's so sweet. Very sweet. You have so much food. Yeah, you excited? Oh, he's so good. You have so much food. Okay, here we go.